Sagittarius, welcome to your tarot card reading today. Let's talk about your Sag. Today we're going to do a reading about your current situation. Let's see what it is, whether this is your reading. Let's see maybe what you're not seeing, what's being hidden, what you're not seeing, and let's see how it's going to turn out, get some advice. Let's just talk about what you're dealing with right now. Let's see what it is. We have the yin. All right. The yin is the feminine energy. It's a passive energy. It's a very reflective, very intuitive energy. Okay, so what's this? And then there's the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. Okay, Five of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. You're hurt by this person. The death. There's been an ending. If this is your reading, you might be reflecting, or we'll see what the energy is, but the situation is definitely a conflict that created an ending with this person. The Nine of Wands is there. They hurt you. They offended you. They were disrespectful to you. Whatever that would be. This is the Wounded Warrior, Death, and the Ace of Pentacles. So, King of Pentacles could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It could be a boss. It could be someone from work. It's an earth sign. It's a masculine energy. And let's see what the conflict is. What's the Five of Wands? What's the conflict? What's the argument? Well, there's the King of Pentacles again. Whoa, hold on. Cards are going everywhere, Sag. Give me a sec to track that bad boy down. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. Temperance. You. Okay, hold on. Let's back it up. Back it up. Back it up. What's this guy? What is it? Four Swords. You're thinking a lot about this. Okay. The yin, I think, is more of a reflective energy. I think you're thinking a lot about this conflict, this argument, this ending. You definitely had an ending in a fight with this person. It's stressing you out. You're thinking a lot about it. Okay. So let's understand what Sag isn't seeing, what's being hidden. Wasn't Sagittarius seeing about this situation? What is it that's being hidden, or what is Sagittarius not seeing about this conflict, this ending, this transition, this person? What is it that you want to highlight or point out today? The Lovers, the Hierophant. Okay, Sag, we're in a love reading. You're conflicted about a person that maybe you dated in the past or you're dating right now. And the thing is, I forgot to color over my new Rider-Waite cards, so there's going to be blurs on this video. I apologize. I'm just realizing now while I'm looking at all these naked characters on my cards. Side note, you want me to rant a little bit? Bought a new Rider-Waite deck. What is this? Have you guys noticed that everything in 2026 is more expensive, but it's absolutely poor quality? Like, my card literally bends in half. Like, it's like the cheapest paper I've ever seen in my life. So rant ended about the lack of quality in 2026, but this is an element where you might be wondering if you made the right decision. Did I maybe jump to conclusions? Did I react? Did I end this too quickly? Did I not give this person enough chances? There's an element here where someone was non-committal or not pushing a relationship forward. And the message here is you got to choose. You got to make the best decision for yourself. If you want a relationship, if you're looking for love, if you're looking for that connection, if you're looking for, the last person you're going to spend your life with, if someone's not committing, if someone's maybe stringing you along, giving you mixed signals, if you catch some red flags, the best thing to do is end it. Why waste your time on someone who's not going to give you what you want in the long run? So that's what you're not seeing, is you made the right choice, Sag. I see a lot of reflection and I see a lot of energy, and you're kind of wondering if you made the right decision. But from what I can see in the cards, you did. I'm scared to show them to you because there's nudity on them, but we'll do it, and I'll just have to put a little let's get creative. The Lovers and Hierophant and the World. So, you did the right thing. You made the right choice. There's the Eight of Wands letting you know you're moving in a new direction, but you're moving in the right direction. So let's see how this direction is going to go. How's this going to play out for Sag? What do we see in the near future? Is there any communication with this person? Is there someone new coming through? Are you just going to be single and fly? What do we see? Well, they're showing me every naked card in the tarot here. They're making my life difficult today, Sag. They're making my life difficult. We have the Star. The Eight of Wands in reverse. Excuse me. Five of Wands in reverse. Let's say the correct. We have the Hermit in reverse. There's the Nine of Pentacles. Definitely a very strong single energy around you. Six of Pentacles with Six of Wands. You get a lot of attention. I don't think finding or a suitor or someone, well, this will be someone who gets a lot of attention. But again, if they're not giving you the attention you want, it's better off to stay single than settle into something that you're not going to be happy in the long run, right? Why waste your time on the wrong person? What I see here in the near future is wishing. The Hermit's in reverse and the Five of Wands is in reverse. That's wondering if this is a misunderstanding. Is this a miscommunication? Did I misunderstand something? I really feel like you are second guessing yourself as to whether you made the right decision. And if you're sitting there staring at me like, nah, I have no doubts about that King of Pentacles, then it could be their energy, Sag. But I'm going to say it's the feminine energy in the situation. So if you're the masculine, it could be the feminine. But if you're the feminine, it's definitely yours if it's your reading. I'll state that. But this is really, is this a misunderstanding? Is this a miscommunication? Can we heal this? Did I make the right decision? So, is it a misunderstanding? Is it a miscommunication? No. The Seven of Swords is here. The Emperor is here. And the Four, no. It ain't, Sag. You made the right choice. So, yes, this person is presenting as the divine masculine. Someone has the potential to be a husband or a wife. However, when you do this combination, this is going to be a stubborn liar. This is someone who will lie. They know they're lying. They'll lie to your face, and they know they're caught, but they'll still lie. It's like the lawyer in the courtroom who knows this guy's guilty, but he's still defending him in the courtroom. He knows he's guilty, but he's doing his job. He's not going to admit. And this is someone who will not admit when they're wrong. You made the right decision, Sagittarius. And in the near future, again, I just see you sitting here wondering if you made the right decision. Why is Sagittarius wondering then? Let's understand that. Why is Sag wondering if this is the right choice or the right decision? What is causing the... Because you're walking away from something... You may have been in a long-term relationship with this person or really felt like it could go there. You really thought, oh, Sag, I'm so sorry. You really thought this was your person. And I feel this person does have the potential, but we have to understand that not everybody lives up to that potential, right? Not everybody will do the work. Not everybody will heal. You know, I'm seeing in my head, out of all things in this world, Eve. Remember Eve? She had like, remember Eve? She was all gangsta from the 90s. She was so pretty. She had those paw prints here. That's what I remember the most about her. But she married a guy who's like rich. And she was in an interview, and I saw the interview with her because I hadn't seen Eve in so long. I kind of forgot what happened to Eve. And a lot of people were dogging her and slandering her because she's married a rich person. And she's like, I'm not just happy because I married a rich man. I'm rich. Like it's Eve. Like she sold millions of albums. But she said it's because she did the work. She's like, I worked on myself. I healed myself. I dealt with those issues with my anger. You know, she dealt with it and she did the work. And not everybody does. And I really liked the way she defended herself. I thought it was very classy. But I feel like it's that. You thought that this was your person, but they didn't do the work. They're lying. They're not being honest, Sagittarius. And whether they do or do not live up in the potential in the future is out of your control. You don't know. All you can do is make your decision today. And I know that you felt like this was going to be something that was long-term. And it may have been. You thought this was your person. But you had to walk away. So I do feel you made the right choice. Well, because it wasn't giving you what you wanted. There it is again. The Queen of Pentacles. Who's the Queen of Pentacles? The Queen of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Lovers, and the Three of Wands. So it wasn't going to give you what you want. It's like you were always waiting for this person to like prioritize you or prioritize the relationship, or you're together 6 years, they never ask you to marry them. You've been together 5, you don't live together. There's just like an element, this card just separated, where it's best to move on if you're not getting what it is that you want. It's best to be single if you're not happy in the relationship. And who is this Queen of Pentacles? So we can understand what I do here. What I do here. Hold on, Sag, I mixed my cards up. Okay. Who's the Queen of Pentacles? The Eight of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the King of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Empress, the Six of Wands, the Page of Pentacles. There's a third party situation here. This is the other woman or the other man. The thing is, you're presenting as the Empress. So this person's only presenting as the Queen of Pentacles. That's part of the challenge, that's part of the problem. There's another person in the mix here. It could be an ex, it could be a mother, it could be a best friend who's in love with the guy. But there is another person in the mix, and there's feelings involved there. So there is a third party here. There's a Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. Is this person a messaging Sagittarius? Is Sagittarius going to hear from this person? What's the Page of Wands? What? That guy really did a hip and a scop and a fly around. I don't know what a hip and a... The Empress is upright. Hold on, what was that card? The Eight of Wands is in reverse. No, but this person knows they're not as good as you. What is this? Who is this person? The Eight of Wands is in reverse with the Empress. It's like they know, like they can't talk to you, they can't get to you, they can't associate with you. They know you're the Empress. They're confused. Five of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Wands. They're confused about you. I'm trying to understand the dynamic here. Why'd you mention that? What's the relation? This Queen of Pentacles feels betrayed by you. But the Wheel of Fortune, they want to tell you. They want to tell you how they feel. They're mad. But this is not the relationship person. This is a side note. So we have an element where you're struggling with that past person, but someone is really offended. This Queen of Pentacles. Who is the Queen of Pentacles to Sag? Let me ask that question, Sag. I'm confused on the Queen. The Queen is another option. You have multiple options here. I definitely felt that earlier, like you're not short on options. This Queen, whoa, that was weird. There's the Emperor and there's the Nine of Wands. We could be dealing with polygamy here, or bisexual, like someone who goes both ways. Or you have someone who's presenting, you have two genders attracted to you. You have two genders who want to be in a relationship with you. And you're conflicted about that. So what's the dealio with the Queen? King of Swords and the Page of Cups. She's definitely coming to speak the truth. Okay. But she feels like she can't get to you. Three of Swords and the Knight of Wands. She thinks you're mad at her. Okay. There's a lot going on in your reading today. So we have an ex that you're thinking about. We have this Queen who you're not talking to. She wants to heal things. She wants to work things out, but she doesn't know if she can get to you. Okay. What's the advice for Sag? What's the advice for Sag here? Queen of Cups. You're not going to like my advice, Sag. I'm sorry. You're not going to like my advice. The advice, it's not my advice. Let me just clarify. The tarot has spoken, and this is the advice. It's to let go of your feelings for this Emperor. This person's a waste of your time. I'm so sorry. They don't want you thinking about this person. I don't feel this person's going to live up to the potential of what it could be. I know that's not what you want to hear. That's not the advice you want, but that's the advice that they're passing along. You're always going to be left in confusion, never knowing where you stand, never knowing where things go. I just got this feeling that it's like someone that, it's like you've been in a relationship with for like 10 years, but you're not married, they're not pushing it forward, they don't want kids, they don't want to build something, it's like something that's like stagnant, but there's a bond, there's a connection, there's potential. But you're always going to be kind of left out in the dark, left out in the cold, left out in confusion. So then this other option, this Queen, what's the advice for the Queen? The Queen of Cups is in reverse. Hold on, Sagittarius. Queen of Cups is in reverse. Whoa. The Two of Wands is in reverse. There's a lot of hostility between you and this Queen. And there's a conversation happening. The conversation will need to take place between you and this person. You guys are going to need to discuss this. Is this no, the Queen of Swords. So the thing is, the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Two of Wands in reverse is a very overwhelming emotion. Like, it's overwhelming emotions. You're overwhelmed. Things didn't go the way you wanted them to go. Things haven't played out how you wanted them to play. Emotions could be getting the best of you, right? This is things didn't go to plan and now you're all emotional. And then we have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords. So the advice with this Queen is there is going to need to be a conversation between you and this person, this woman. Or it could be a man in a feminine energy, but the message is to maybe soften it up. So I see you're mad. The Knight of Swords here. I feel like you're mad at this person. You're angry. There's, this person's afraid to contact you because they know you're mad, Sag. They know you're mad. And the message here is don't reach out, accept the call, or talk to them when you're mad. Wait until you're maybe not as emotional. Maybe, Sagittarius, we tend to let things go quite quickly. But just maybe wait till you're at that point where you could be a little bit more reserved or less angry. The conversation will go well, or you'll at least become a resolution. So they don't want you to have that conversation while you're in an emotional state of mind. That's the advice with that Queen. I do think it's an unavoidable conversation. There's the Three of Pentacles and the Tower. It's a conversation that has to happen and it will take place. And that's the advice, is to strength here with the Three of Pentacles. So you're going to control that animal nature, that instinct, that anger, that frustration in order to come up with a resolution with this Queen of Pentacles. I actually, as I go through this, I don't think the Queen of Pentacles is a love person. I think it's a friend or a family member. I think we have two energies in your situation. Maybe you guys had a fight about this ex, right? You know, maybe you had a disagreement, like, well, for whatever reason, you know, you may have had a disagreement about the ex, about where you stand, about, you know, how this, you know, let's say they're your best friend and they think this person's treating you like crap and they say to you, Sagittarius, treating you like crap. Maybe you had a little disagreement, right? So it's that type of energy where, well, the King of Cups, they want you to be in an emotionally sound state before you speak to that queen. And with regards to the ex, Sag, they really want you to know you made the right decision. They want you to release and let that go. That's what I have here. Hope that was clear. I will definitely watch it back. If it's not clear, I won't upload it if it's too confusing, but I hope it's clear. So let's grab some oracles. Let's see what they want to say, as per usual. And then let's get back into the tarot. And Sag, welcome to my channel. I forgot to do my intro. I'm kind of, I don't know, half the time I forget to do it, but my name is Robin. Welcome into Archer and the Goat Tarot. And Sag, I'm back open for personal readings for those of you who are curious. I know I was closed there for a few weeks, but back open. So the link is in the comment section and the description section. But when it comes to this situation, what do you need to surrender to? Yeah, you might be a little stressed out with all this going on here, Sag. So a little rest and sleep to prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time, and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, your body, and your spirit. Okay, I want to grab the Akashic record here. What is... That was a really crappy shuffle. Let's redo that. Let's go back to shuffling class here. What's the Akashic record for Sag? Peace. Peace is inner tranquility, so don't sweat the small stuff and look at everything with a calm mind. Life is not always smooth sailing, and peacefulness will keep you calm through the ups and downs. Kind of better deal with this conflict with this Queen of Pentacles. Okay, well, let's do it. Let's get to it. Let's get your potential outcome. Now, Sag, when I say potential, there's always free will. You're going to make the decisions you're going to make, and when I say outcome, let's see where you are in 30 days from now. So right now, it's, I don't even know, I think it's July 9th, July 10th, we'll go 30 days out. However, it is a timeless reading, so it is 30 days from when you are watching this reading. Let's see how it plays out. Let's see how you're feeling. Let's see how you're doing. Queen of Pentacles is in reverse over here, and the Six of Cups is in reverse. Oh, we got the Five of Pentacles here, and the Ace of Pentacles. I like five. Let's get one more card. One more card. King of Wands. And the Lovers and the Ace of Wands. Whoa! The Lovers and the Ace of Wands is making the decision to get creative, think outside the box. Let's see why she's upside down. The Five of Pentacles is looking over at the Ace of Pentacles, and it's kind of like an energy where I'm having a fresh start, I'm having a new beginning, but I'm a little sad about it. I'm feeling a little left out, feeling neglected, feeling hurt. It's not like this is the beginning I wanted. I didn't want to have a fight with my best friend, or I didn't want a man or a woman who didn't commit to me and dragged me along for 10 years, you know? So there's like an element where you're not real excited about the fresh start, about the Ace of Pentacles. You're feeling a little nay about that, I'll say that. Let's talk about the Six of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, because when a court card comes in reverse in a reading, it is someone who's having a negative influence in our life. Now, the Queen of Pentacles in particular can be very selfish, very greedy, very inconsiderate, but the Queen of Pentacles in reverse can also represent illness. You know, you're getting so stressed out, you get sick, you're running, you know, both candles at the end, you just get burnt out. That's with the Six of Cups in reverse, so there's definitely some past energy with this person still affecting you, but I don't feel them in the energy. So let's see the stars in reverse. Whoa! King of Swords is in reverse. Oh, that relationship can't be salvaged, Sag. I'm so sorry. No, that you walked away. That cannot be salvaged. There was a conversation that went down here, you know, from July 10th to August 10th in the next 30 days, or 30 days when you're watching this, there's a conversation that happens. This is you saying, yeah, there's nothing left here. We can't heal this friendship. We can't heal this relationship. There's nothing left here. We cannot make this work. The King of Swords in reverse is a very harsh energy. It's someone projecting their anger, their pain. You know, it's someone that's in that emotional energy. They have a conversation and they can't handle it, and they lash out. They get a tongue lashing. You got a tongue lashing from this person, and this is kind of like You walked away. I know it's them on you because you're Sagittarius and you're walking away. Temperance is the card of Sag, and there's the Five of Swords, right? Sometimes us Saggies can get that tongue looking, blah. We can say shit too, but that's not it. This is this person saying something to you that's crossing the line. There's no going back from that. I do feel you're in the masculine energy here in a month with this King of Wands looking over. You're confident that you made the right decision. You took action away from her, but you're still looking at her. So what is Sagittarius thinking here? What's the King of Wands? What's Sag thinking? What's Sag feeling? Or what's that energy here? What's going on? You'd rather be single than deal with someone who won't change. Yep. You'd rather be single than deal with someone who won't change. And there's the Queen of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. You don't... Some of you, I feel this is a friend, and some of you, I feel this is an option. So take it how it resonates with you. If you had an ex and you and a friend or a family member had an argument about that ex, this Queen of Pentacles is a friend or a family member. But for some of you, I feel she's another option. And the thing is, you're just saying, like, no, I'm going to wait for the right person. I'm not settling into anything, and this isn't the right person for me. They said something that just, you know, maybe just have completely different morals, completely different ethics. You're just on the same, you're not on the same page. So... And even an apology won't fix it. Look at that. Even an apology won't fix it. Sorry to say that, Sag. So, you Queen of Wands, Six of Pentacles. Enough is enough. Sag ain't putting up with nobody's bullshit. You're not getting strung along. And if you catch that red flag, whether it's a friend, a family, or a lover, you're out of there. You're out of there. You know, a little like Road Runner, he's running away. So in a month from now, you're single. In a month from now, you've chosen to be single. You've chosen none of these people to be in your life. I don't see you dealing with, referring to, thinking about, I don't see the ex energy at all in this reading. You're looking towards your future. There's the Two of Wands. So you're not looking back anymore, Sag. You're looking towards the future. You've let go of both of these people, and it's not... I'm just going to say it's not the situation you wanted, but it's the situation you're facing. And you're going to do it with class, you're going to do it with grace, and you're just going to wait for the right person or friend. Okay. Is there anything else that Sag needs to know? Anything else you want to say or pass along here to Sagittarius? Ten of Wands. You're right. The Chariot of the Ten of Wands, Sagittarius. Setting boundaries as you move forward. Sometimes it's really hard, especially if there's a history there, but like what I see here is no matter what the history is, the way they spoke to you and the way they treated you is unacceptable, right? There is such a thing as crossing the line, they cross the line. So it's just knowing that you're moving forward, setting healthy boundaries, and there's nothing wrong with that, Sag. That's what I have, that's what I got, and that's how this plays out for you. So Sag, I do hope you enjoyed your reading. I do hope you resonated with it. And as always, if you like your reading, if you like my style, if you want to support me, I do ask that you like, comment, subscribe. It does help my channel to grow. So thank you so much, Sag. And let's close your reading off with your yes or no question. Yes or no? Which would be the answer for Sagittarius? Okay, Sagittarius, never. That's what I have. I truly wish you the best of luck. Until next time.